about my city, a little town where I'm from, where everybody's southern raised, just as good as they come. Backwoods and mossy oak and mud holes. And back then we only gave what the farm grow. Man, I miss some days how we played on them dirt roads. And out of towners came with respect, cause they know we all close. Yeah, southern pride, toting gun folks. Welcome to my city, I-75 South, just north of Live.
I'm from a city called Valdosta, Georgia, right on the border of Florida. I was raised on these dirt roads, mud tires, spin backwoods when they ride this small town living, yeah. Now welcome to my city, Titletown, 229, turn it up so they can hear it loud. We get it up with big trucks and heavy G's, pretty girls with moonshine and whiskey.
It's nothing like our dirt roads, you can bet that, son. I'm from a city, by any means we gon' protect our guns. I hang with the rednecks and geekies. We get up in big trucks in the backwoods like Indians and teepees. It's the home of the mighty, mighty Vikings, Wildcats, Blazers, Titletown license winners, pretty girls with country grammar. When I say Valdosta, Georgia, I ain't talking about Atlanta. It's a different type of city, where the woods are pretty, but get gritty, you hear me? What you know about that 229? You can find us on the Florida, Georgia line, where I reside.
I'm from a city called Valdosta, Georgia, right on the border of Florida. I was raised on these dirt roads, mud tires, spin backwoods when we ride this small town living, yeah. Now welcome to my city, Titletown, 229, turn it up so they can hear it loud. We get it up with big trucks and heavy G's, pretty girls with moonshine and whiskey. Georgia, right on the border of Florida. I was raised on these dirt roads, mud tires, spin backwoods when we ride this small town living, yeah. Now welcome to my city, Titletown, 229, turn it up so they can hear it loud. We get it up with big trucks and heavy G's, pretty girls with moonshine and whiskey.
Woo! It's Thursday night. You guys know what time it is. It's time for the Viking Nation Live. I'm your host, Larry Godwin. You guys are joining the best program on the planet when it comes to Lowndes Vikings football. And you guys know what night it is also? It's the eve of the Winnersville Classic. And we have got a great show for you tonight. Let me kickstart this thing off a proper Lowndes Viking way. Are y'all feeling it yet? Just a little bit of taste to get your juices flowing, because this time tomorrow night, well, actually about an hour away from this time tomorrow night, right? We're 20, what? My calculation, a little less than 25 hours away from kickoff, where these young student athletes will be doing this for real, and we will be packing out the Concrete Palace, Joe Wilson Field at Martin Stadium, to do it right, to host to host the number 5 ranked team in the state, the Valdosta Wildcats. But you know what, guys? We've already hosted the number 12 team in the nation, the number 2 team in the state, and now the number 5 team in the state. We're 1-1 against the ranked teams. And after tomorrow night, we'll be 2-1. So with that said, let me go ahead and thank some of our sponsors that makes this show possible tonight. So we got a pretty big crowd tonight. I get the feeling that this big ticket and T-shirt giveaway might have something to do that. Might have something to do with that. And guys, if you know friends and family that are wanting tickets, you need to go ahead and share this video right now, so everybody on Facebook can be joining in tonight. On the other hand, you may not want to, just to increase your chance of winning the tickets, but I'll leave that up to your conscience. Okay. But let me go ahead and brag on some of our sponsors: Pepsi Bottling Company, Doyer Deloach, and these guys at I almost said these cats, but I can't say that on the eve of Winnersville, right? So Doyer Deloach and his dudes out there at Pepsi Bottling Company, they have some fantastic flavors. Whether you need to get hyped up on Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Rockstar, Mountain Dew Energy, or Mountain Dew Spark, I get the feeling, though, tomorrow night about kickoff, you're not going to need anything to hype you up, because the game itself, the Winnersville Classic, will do that for you. So we want to thank the Pepsi Bottling Company. We also want to thank longtime supporter of this show and everybody's Viking Nation fan favorite, Tim Neesmith, the stick man himself, owns a company called A Shade of Perfection, where he specializes in custom shades and blinds. Guys, if you want to make your house beautiful, you need to go ahead and treat your windows to A Shade of Perfection. 229-251-3479. We want to thank our guys, the certified headache medicine specialist. Listen, all you Wildcat interlopers, yes, I use that word, interloper. Look it up. All you Valdosta Wildcat interlopers that are watching the game tonight, these are your dudes for after the game tomorrow night. The migraine headache medicine specialist, the Migraine and Spine Clinic of Valdosta, Josh Batson and Justin Haskin. Yes, I'm doing some trash talking tonight, and part of that is Wildcats are going to need some migraine medicine tomorrow night after the show. That's all I'm saying. If that's the case, guys, Josh and Justin can help you out at the Migraine and Spine Clinic of Valdosta. We also want to thank White Oak Investment, the sponsor of not just this show, but a couple of hotlines as well. The White Oak Investment Hotline, if you want to join in on the fun and call in tonight, number is 229-469-1205. Or if you want to just opine in the comment area, the White Oak Investment comment line, you can certainly do that as well. We want to thank White Oak Investment, especially Kyle Conger, 229-850-8848. Matthew Godwin with Verizon Wireless on Perimeter Road, the iPhone off. I'm so excited. I'm getting a little tongue twisted, Chase. So the iPhone 14s are out. If you need that, if you need Androids, accessories, or small business accounts, call my buddy Matthew Godwin at Verizon Wireless on Perimeter Road. We also want to thank Steve Nichols, Freedom with Steve Nichols. You want to start your day jazzed up, ready to go, fulfilled, and full of energy with the current events of the day. Give Steve a shout at Freedom with Steve Nichols. He can be seen on Facebook or on the website freedomnetworkswithanx.com. And finally, Commercial Banking Company, your hometown bankers. You want to walk through the door, do business with a financial institution that knows you by name. These are your dudes right here. These are your guys. Commercial Banking Company, 229-242-7600. Commercial Banking Company at CBC Bank, right here in Valdosta and Lowndes. Man, you can tell. So I'm so hyped up tonight that I'm calling everybody dudes, because that is the word du jour when it comes to describing football players nowadays. Speaking of dudes, let's go ahead and bring on our super fans, Billy Pearson and Chase Garnto. How are you, fellas?
Here, kitty.
I hear you, dog. Billy, how excited are you? Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty excited.
First of all, you just got married, and now you're getting ready to watch a Winnersville Classic.
Hey, it's been a good week. I'm excited. I ran into some cat friends of mine today, and we did a little friendly jabbing, and didn't get the police called on us or anything. So that was nice to run into some old. They're actually whole high school friends that now are cat fans because of their job, I guess, took
That's
them
right.
away from us. But it was nice to kind of pick on them a little bit. But yeah, we're pretty hyped up.
I got you. Well, listen, guys, let me just go ahead and tell our audience, you see it on the screen. If you want to go ahead and enter for your chance to win in tonight's drawings, and we're going to have 3 drawings tonight. So there's plenty of opportunities, and each drawing is going to be for 2 game tickets on the home side and a t-shirt of your choice, whether it's the Viking Nation or Tim Neesmith, A Shade of Perfection Lowndes football shirt. Okay, your choice. So anyway, we're going to have 3 drawings tonight. Each one, you're going to get 2 tickets on the home side and a t-shirt of your choice. So go ahead and enter that into the comments now, just like it is on the screen. Hashtag Go Vikings, all one word. Don't put any spaces in there. Doesn't matter if you lowercase, uppercase. It just has to say hashtag Go Vikings. Okay. Does anyone know if the freshmen won? Chase, if the 9th grade team won, and
I do.
They did. What was the score?
did.
They went over to Bainbridge and took care of business.
33-7.
Woo.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a special group coming up with that 9th grade.
Yeah. That group put on a show yesterday.
Yeah. Everybody's here for the tickets tonight. You should see. You should see. Y'all see the comment line.
I thought they were here because I came back.
Could be. So
I think Billy might be a little more popular than me.
Could be.
The word is infamous.
Infamous.
Well, okay.
Listen, Billy, I guess you and your bride just got married, and I got called today about you, and they wanted to know what is the proper pronunciation of your name now. Is it Mr. and Mrs. Billy Pearson or Mr. and Mrs. Billy Carter?
Oh, wow. She says Pearson.
Okay.
She says Pearson. She says Pearson. You can ask her yourself.
Listen, I had that conversation with Michael Broadwater earlier this morning. I'm not going to tell you who asked that question, but anyway, the conversation was with Mr. Broadwater. So, guys, again, to enter your chance to win the drawing sponsored by the Migraine and Spine Clinic and A Shade of Perfection, all you have to do is enter hashtag Go Vikings, just like everybody on the planet is doing right now in the White Oak Investment hotline or comment line. So let's get on with the program. Guys, we've won 5 in a row. Do you think, I'm not going to ask you to predict a score, but how confident are you that it's going to be 6?
I'm 99% sure it's going to be 6.
Oh, that's a pretty high percentage, man. 99%. I think you kind of surprised Billy there.
Well, and after what I saw against Grayson,
yeah,
that was a night and day difference team.
See, that's one of those if games, and that we always say, if Lowndes plays the way they played against East Coweta, they're not going to win. If Lowndes plays the way they played against Grayson, they have a strong chance of winning. All right. So it's up to those kids, man, those student athletes, which team is going to show up tomorrow night.
Well, and Coach said it in the coaches show a little bit. The kids kind of did wake up a little bit. I'm a true football fan, not just a Lowndes fan.
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes teams can be overrated.
Yep.
And you go and you beat the brakes off of them, and then you struggle to get somebody else that maybe isn't as good a team supposedly. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that Lowndes is playing good football. That maybe that was our wake up, and I'm pretty confident that we're gonna beat them. We have the tools certainly to beat Valdosta. Who, guys, this Valdosta team is better than they have been the last 5 years. This I don't know whether it's coming back to 7A or what their deal is, but this is a much better. This defensive line that they have at Valdosta is probably as good as we see this year, except for maybe American Heritage. So this is a very good football team, but I still feel pretty confident that we've got the tools to beat them for sure. I don't know about 99%, but I'm in the high 90s.
Listen, I don't know what you're about to say, Chase, but I got to say something. I just got to stop the show right here and address one of our commenters. I'm just not going to have this. I'm just not. So if I could ban this guy from the show right now, I'm just kidding around. I'm just picking on Charles Shepard right here because of this comment that he just made. Check this out. As much as I hate to, I predict Valdosta by no less than 30 points. Charles, what are you talking about?
Based on what?
I know. Yeah, listen. Charles is a great dude. He's a watcher of Steve's show. He saw me on the subbing for Steve this morning on the Freedom with Steve Nichols show this morning. Charles is a great dude. He's just giving me a hard time there. He consulted with Richard Marks on the
You'd had to.
That's an inside joke right there.
Oh, I get it. I know what he's talking about.
That's funny stuff. Chase, so Billy and I are pretty confident. Now, you are extremely confident, giving us a 99% chance of stretching that lead to 6 games. So why do you say that? You got to give us a little bit more meat to gnaw on there.
All right. If you paid attention to the Grayson game, all right, our pass rush, they literally had to hold our pass rush to keep them out of their quarterback's face.
Okay.
All right. Valdosta's whole entire offense is predicated on what? The run.
Yeah.
Which Lowndes does really well against. Defensively, we do really well against the run.
Yeah.
Now, I think the biggest question mark right now is, for me personally, is can Valdosta's defense play for 4 quarters? Okay. Can their offensive line play for 4 quarters? Because they haven't had to. All
right, let me play devil's advocate here, okay? Everything that you just said could be said about Lowndes as well. Lowndes specializes in running the ball. Valdosta specializes in stopping the run, right? Mm-hmm. And everything that followed those two statements could be applied to Lowndes. And my point is, guys, this seems like the most competitive, evenly matched teams in the last 6 years.
Oh, I agree, Larry. But here's the deal. We also have been very effective throwing the ball. A lot better than we have, in my opinion, in the past. And gotcha. I'm not talking about, your 70-yard down the field, big play, bust open, somebody falls down play. Yep. I'm talking about just your run-of-the-mill, bubble screens, fade routes. We are as good at those passes right now as we have been in a while. I don't know if it's a Marvis Parrish thing or if it's a wide receivers, just making the play on the ball a lot better than they have in years past. I don't know what it is, but we seem to be able to mix things up and be effective throwing the ball as well. So I'm not under the whole consensus that we're a run first team anymore.
I got you. Hey, before we go on, I want to address one of the questions that's on the comment line right here. Tracy and Thompson says, will a game be televised since it's sold out? It won't be televised, but it will be I'm happy to announce it will be live streamed tomorrow night. Now, we'll post the link sometime late tomorrow morning. Now, it is going to be a pay-per-view, right? We've come to expect that. That's just the way the world is right now. It's going to be $15, which is reasonable for that game. So anyway, we're going to at least offer that as an option tomorrow, starting sometime late tomorrow morning or early afternoon. We'll post that link. So that
they're not going to discount us at all for the play-by-play guy. We don't get a discount.
Say that again.
We're not going to get a discount because of who the play-by-play guy is.
Listen,
we should get a rebate or something. Come on now.
So what Billy's talking about is I will be doing the play-by-play tomorrow night on the live stream. So that's going to be fun. That'll be my first. Oh, Chase, I haven't told you that. So you look shocked. Did you see Chase's expression? So I will be doing the play-by-play tomorrow night on the live stream. Now, I'm not doing the radio. The Marty and the guys at the Viking Voice, they do a tremendous job on the radio broadcast, but I'll strictly be doing the live stream play-by-play tomorrow night. So looking forward to that. If I do an awful job, y'all don't tell me about it. I don't want to know. But I get a feeling that you will tell me about it. So anyway, no pressure at all. Guys, we're going to have our first drawing. We're going to remember we have 3 drawings. We're going to have our first drawing at about 7:30. So there's still plenty of time. If you're just now tuning in, you see the directions, the instructions right there on the bottom of the screen to enter tonight's drawing. And remember, each drawing you're going to get, just to prove it to you, I got it. You're going to get 2 home side tickets. You're going to get a T-shirt of your choice, one that says the Viking Nation on it, or the other one says A Shade of Perfection Lowndes Football, sponsored by Tim Neesmith with Shade of Perfection. So anyway, we're going to have that first drawing at 7:30. All you got to do is enter hashtag Go Vikings into the comment, just like you're doing now. No spaces in between Go and Vikings. Okay. So good luck to everybody. Now, if you don't win on the 7:30 drawing, that doesn't mean that you have to enter again. All you got to do is enter one time to enter all 3 drawings. Now, if you just happen to win the first time and by chance you get randomly selected for the subsequent drawings, obviously you're not going to win twice. Okay. So we'll just exclude you for that second drawing and then redraw. So that's usually the way it works. Yeah. Tim Neesmith, $15 for the live stream. So anyway, good luck to everybody in the drawing tonight. So I want to show you guys something that I was working on over the past week. And can you guys see this? I can blow it up if you can't. But this is basically a comparison. Billy, we see you big hand on the camera there.
I had to blow it up.
I
I'm going
understand.
to have to pull out my glasses for this. Woo.
So this is offensive production through the first 5 games for this year versus last year. Does that make sense? Okay. So all the different categories you see them now, this is not scientific. Let me go ahead and take these comments off the screen so you can see it. So this is not scientific, right? So meaning that it's not the same players for both teams. It's actually different players for both teams. It's not the same teams at the same point during the season, but it does kind of give us an indication of which way both teams were trending. Okay. So last year when Ja'Cory Brown was running the offense, you see that the average score, I've totaled it all to the right here. So the average score per game in 2021 through 5 games was 34.4 points. The average score through 5 games this year, amazingly, is 34.4 points. Does that surprise you guys?
A little.
Yeah, I was shocked because as many points as the team last year scored, and we remember Ja'Cory Brown and all that stuff, and as high flying as that team was, and we were worried about how young this team is. They're scoring the same output as last year's team, so that gives me a tremendous amount of hope the rest of the way for this season because we played some tremendous competition this year so far, just like the team last year did, right? So if you you were about to say something.
No, I was agreeing. They've played a tremendous amount of competition.
Yeah,
a lot more than that other school.
That's right. And so the total number of plays, there's a little bit of discrepancy there, but the total number of plays are still in the same ballpark. As good as that offense was last year, they averaged 60.6 plays per game. The number of plays this year, we averaged 57.4 plays per game. So you're only off by basically 1 series there.
And see, that's a little shocking to me. And I say that because of what Grage, a couple of things that Grage has said throughout some of the interviews that he's done, saying that he, wants to snap the ball, more than 60 times a game.
Yeah. Now, he actually did in a couple of those games. One was against let's see. In 3 of those games. One was in 2022. Oh, American Heritage. I'm sorry. We snapped it 61 times. In game 2, we came close, 57. In game 3, it was a blowout, so there was no need to snap all those plays. East Coweta 71 times. I mean, we scored a lot of points in that game, but in a losing effort, and against Grayson 48 times.
But guys,
against Grayson, there were a lot of big plays.
I don't pay a lot of attention to snap counts because other teams can control that. I mean, a team like a Camden County that's really slow and kind of methodical and all that kind of stuff, the longer they possess the ball, the less chances you're going to have to snap the ball.
You are absolutely correct, Billy, if you were talking about one game, but that's why I did the average to see what the trend was.
And I understand that. But I'm gonna say the negative to it as well.
Okay.
If another team is scoring a lot, then guess what? You're going to get the ball more often, which means you have a chance to snap the ball more.
You are exactly right. And stats are not the end all be all, but they do, like I said, kind of give you an indication on what the trends are.
And yes, I agree with y'all as far as our productivity. Yes, we're as good offensively probably as the team last year. It comparing apples to oranges, not apples to apples, because obviously we're talking about different teams. But I think we're nearly as good as the team last year offensively. I would like to see the same numbers defensively as well. If you've got those, Larry,
I don't have those. I don't have those through 5 games. Okay. Yeah, I just ran out of time. But I did want to point out a couple of more things, though. That was, these two offenses are eerily similar as far as stats goes. You're talking about rushing attempts per game at 38.8 rushes in 2021. 2022, you're right at 38 rushes per game. So, I mean, these two, when I looked at these stats and broke them down this way, they were so eerily similar. So that gives you my point, Billy and Chase, is if you're a Viking fan, you love seeing this because as concerned as we were about this offense going into the season, I mean, they're off to a great start. And Marvis Parrish, Kivas Thomas, Smoke Fleming, that offensive line, Keelan Hill, they're doing a great job right now.
I think as a unit, we're probably as good, but I think, last year we had a couple of players doing all the productivity. This year we're spreading the love out, and we've got several good players kind of making up for those 2 or 3 stars that we had last year. We've got, we're spreading the ball around a little bit. More people seems like more people are touching the ball. It's not just a Marvis and Smoke show.
That's right.
It's not just a Kivas Thomas show. I think you're seeing a lot of kids contributing.
Now there's some room for improvement. So one of the keys to tomorrow night, I think, is it kind of dovetails on what Chase was talking about earlier when it was comparing offenses. Both offenses like to run. So we're going to see a lot of running from both teams tomorrow night, but I think you're going to see both teams take shots down the field. Just as a little surprise to the other team, that kind of stuff. I'm telling you, you're going to see shots taken down the field. And you can say what you want about the Valdosta passing attack, but they do have almost 500 yards passing, which is not chump change. So that tells me that they will take shots at key moments in the game. So if we get sucked into Valdosta's all run all the time and those safeties start to cheat up, don't be surprised Shelton Felton try to bust one deep on us.
And they're supposed to have 2 decent wide receivers. They are supposed to have 2 decent wide receivers.
Oh, the wide receivers are good. The wide receivers aren't bad, Billy, at all.
Yeah.
The problem I've seen with Valdosta is the few times I've seen them play is if you get Todd out of the pocket on the run, which I feel quite confident that Lowndes can do, and he tries to bust one over the top, all I can tell our safeties and corners is I hope you can catch it because he underthrows it.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. You never know. He could have the game of his life. You just never know in high school football.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I do think that is their weakness in their pass game.
Yeah. So I expect Lowndes to go, I could be stepping out on a limb here. I expect Lowndes to go up tempo tomorrow night.
Well, we seem to do better up tempo.
I think, I heard a couple of times this week, Grage was talking about the identity of the offense. So far, in my opinion, they just seem to be in sync more when they go up tempo. I don't know if Marvis prefers that or out of it. Say that again.
I think it just takes the mental side of the game. Sometimes when we think about what we got to do instead of reacting to what we do. Sometimes we overthink things.
Yeah.
I've always said that about the up-tempo game is if you're not thinking, you're just doing it. It's kind of like you're doing it subconsciously and you're just running through the motions and your muscle memory and all that kind of stuff takes over and you just do it.
That's right. So let's go ahead and have our first draw. And what do you guys think?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and do this thing. Let's see. All right, we got 36 entries so far. So, man, it's been such a long time since I've done this, Billy. It's like, all right, so here we go. All right, so let's do this drawing, guys. Good luck to everybody. And the winner is... holy moly. Look at that. People are going to claim a setup here.
I see it coming already.
Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding? What are the odds of that? Well, Billy, congratulations to your new bride, man. Guys, I promise you that was completely cool. I'm just laughing because it's so funny. The optics of the whole thing. So guys,
that
congratulations
count as one of my wedding presents to her.
Yeah. Congratulations on 2 extra now, Billy, do y'all need the tickets?
I don't know. I'd have to check on her sister. I've got a truck full, but I've got to divvy them out to people.
Gotcha. Okay. You just let me know.
I'll let you know. And if not, I got to get with her. And we'll probably give them back out, but I'll double check.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, guys, keep on entering. So remember, if you didn't win, you don't have to enter again. The software's smart enough to pick your first entry up. Now, we don't have a way of excluding Michelle's name. So if it happens to come up again, then I'm going to question the software. Dang it. No.
Let's go ahead and put those tickets up for somebody else.
You sure?
Yes. Yeah. Let's go ahead.
All right. That's pretty generous. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's do this again. It's green. Here we go. All right. All right, here we go. And the winner is... Congratulations, Ray Oliver III. Let me just take a minute and write Ray Oliver III's name down.
Hey, that's my buddy. That's Ray.
Hey, all right. Hey,
you didn't know your friend's name? Jeez, man, come on.
Listen, man.
That's my boy right there.
Whoever wins the next drawing, if either one of you know him, I don't want to know about it because now it definitely looks like we got something going on.
Hey, honestly, Larry, I didn't even know he was watching. So I didn't even know he watched. Most of the time he don't because he's at work. So most of the time he streams it after we go off the air.
Oh my gosh. Listen. Michelle, we're going to have a talk. Look what she puts in the comments. She says, I've already won. His name is Billy Pearson. Man, oh man.
She's not wrong.
Now, why did she say that? We'll just never know.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong. Billy Pearson, beaming with pride, says she's not wrong. Well, congratulations, Ray Oliver. Thank you to Michelle for donating those tickets and T-shirt back into the pot. So we'll have another drawing in a few minutes here. So yeah, man, those stats really, really jumped out at me, guys. One of the things I'm going to show that again. One of the things that really, really stuck out as well. Check this out. I think we're going to have to do a little bit more passing tomorrow night than we did against Grayson. So I'm going to highlight this line right here. Passing attempts right there. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
This is it right here. We were 8 out of 9 passing against Grayson, which is good. As percentage-wise, 89% completion rate. And that included 3 long bombs to Kivas, right? So
Yes.
we've demonstrated, Marvis has demonstrated that he's got an accurate and a strong arm down the field. And he's got a great wide receiver in Kivas Thomas. Now, I'm thinking, I may be off base here. I don't know what happened to Billy, but I may be off base here, guys, but I'm thinking that Valdosta is going to stick their number 1 DB, and he is going to shadow Kivas Thomas all night. And if that doesn't work, then they're going to end up double teaming him. Because I don't know if you guys watched the Tuesday night pregame blitz, but I had Valdosta Superfan on Sam Horn, and he was basically saying that what's their DB's? I think his name is Tim Roberson. I think he was saying that Mr. Roberson is going to shut down Kivas, and if not, then they're certainly going to double team it. They are going to make sure Kivas Thomas does not beat them. So I think in Sam's words, it's like, other than Kivas, who else you got as a threat at wide receiver? That's the way that I think he kind of revealed the mentality that Valdosta has towards our receiving core. I could be out of line there. I'm not sure. That's what I read into his comments, is the lack of respect for the Lowndes receiving core. Am I way off base there?
Well, here's the thing: is we've seen glimpses of the rest of Lowndes' receiving core, but go ahead, double up on Kivas Thomas if you want to. I implore you to do it.
Yeah,
because there's this little old receiver over there named Jalen Carter, who I'm gonna start calling him the Waffle House, because that boy is always open. So y'all go ahead, y'all go ahead if y'all want to. Go ahead and double Kivas if y'all want to.
Now that was funny. That was funny.
That was pretty good.
Jalen Carter, Keelan Hill.
Yeah, where you got, man, I'm telling you, he's got too many weapons. So y'all go, Valdosta's defense coordinator, if you're listening, please, I'm begging you to double.
Oh boy, this thing is going to be played in their locker room as bulletin board material.
Oh Lord,
man, Chase, you're getting us in trouble, man. You're getting us in trouble.
Hey, what? Hey, Larry, I believe you got a picture of Grayson double teaming Kivas Thomas and him coming down with the ball, correct?
I do. I don't have it readily available, but I do. Yeah, that is on the Viking Nation.
So please go ahead.
Golly, man. You're going to be that way about it.
I'm just saying, it's been tried.
Hey, the man said he's 99.9% sure. That's what the man said. I mean, he said he's 99. So why not be a little cocky with a little talk?
Chase is feeling it tonight.
Look,
he's feeling it tonight.
This is the one game of the year where I don't back down from no Valdosta trash talk at all.
That's why I got you on the show, man. So you can do it. And I don't have to. He hits it head
on, don't he? He hits it head on.
So, hey guys, speaking of pictures, I wanted to show a couple of pictures. Just some games that we were at earlier this year. I just thought they were kind of humorous pictures, just to lighten the mood a little bit. One of them is Shannon Tabor, and this was taken at the East Coweta game. And I asked her, I saw her standing with the band chaperone moms, and I said, Shannon, why do you have a crown on? And she says because they call her Queen Mother because of how she dotes over those kids and that kind of stuff. So I thought it was kind of a cool picture, so I took a snapshot of it. Now I don't know who these dudes are, but this was at the last game, at the Grayson game, and I just they had this twin thing going on with the cowboy hats and the t-shirts. And so I took a snapshot of them. I was like, I don't know who you are, but it's kind of a cool picture. Can I take your picture? So kind of the things that I see at the Concrete Palace. And I'm sure tomorrow night at the Winnersville Classic, we'll see a lot of sights and sounds.
I honestly thought you were going to put up the picture of me and you looking at each other. It looks like we're taking pictures.
Billy, now that's not that he's not kidding. There's one picture that I shot, right? And we're on different sides of the field, I believe it was. And so Chase has got a camera pointed, and he's taking a picture of the team, right, on the field. And I'm on the other sideline because I'd ventured over on the other sideline, and I'm taking a picture of so we're taking the picture of the same shot from different angles, but we actually we happen to be aiming both of our cameras at each other. And it looked like we were taking pictures of each other in that particular shot. So
are y'all two going to be announcing y'all's nuptials soon?
No. I know that's an in thing nowadays, but homie don't play that.
No, I love you like a brother, Larry.
So anyway.
Gotta ask nowadays.
Let's see. I'm trying to. I got distracted
because I had one. Sorry, I was thinking out loud.
Let's see. Okay, I'll just take care of that after the game. I just got a text from one of the Lowndes administrators. I thought he wanted me to announce something, but he wanted me to proofread something. So anyway, so I'm looking at these stats and the passing stats in particular. Guys, I just have this feeling that Valdosta is going to have some success against our run game early on. And I think our coaches are expecting that. I really do. I haven't talked to them about it, but I think so. I think if it were me, a lot of
people have that kind of thought process.
I mean, that's common sense. Everybody's thinking that.
I mean, everybody's thinking that. Come on.
Yeah. So the only question is if we indeed pass more in this game, are we going to set it up with the screen game that we've been showing a lot, or are we going to take some shots deep early in the game like we did against Grayson last week?
Either one, I think, would soften it up. I don't know that shots taken really softens a high school defense up because, it's such a low percentage as a rule. One or two, you're not going to completely. But I do think those intermediate passes do soften a defense up. And, I've always said if you can throw the ball effectively, you can run the ball effectively. I don't care how good the defense is.
Yeah. So, Franklin Webb makes a pretty good comment. He says Kivas has caught passes against 5-star DBs. So I think he can probably handle himself tomorrow night.
Kivas is a problem.
Kivas is a problem for any defense. That's for sure. That is for sure.
But Smoke's a problem too.
How cool would it be to see some sets where Smoke is spread out in the slot receiver position?
I'm waiting on it. I'm praying for it.
And I know what Billy's waiting on.
What's Billy waiting on? You know what I'm waiting on.
I know what Billy's waiting on. That tight end being incorporated into the pass game. That's what Billy's waiting. Billy's been waiting on 5 years.
Hey, I'm with Billy. I love how dynamic the tight end position is becoming across college football and professional football.
Yeah,
it's becoming
absolutely.
Such a dynamic position till you're going to see it's going to bleed into high school.
Yep. So,
and the thing is, the first thing when I interviewed Zach Grage when he first came over, the first thing he told me is that he was going to use a tight end. Now, did he specifically say as another receiver? No, he didn't specifically tell me that. but I'm sure he didn't just mean as another guy to block.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting,
Yeah.
and maybe he is too. I don't know, but I certainly would like to see it because I do think that would be just one more weapon that we would have to kind of make their defense quit pinning their ears back.
Well,
coming after us.
3 successive comments Billy is going to love. Check this out. I think Billy will get his wish tomorrow from Travis Hart. Travis seems to be a pretty knowledgeable guy when it comes to football X's and O's. Brittany Roberts says this, 2 words, Brock Bowers. Absolutely. Getting that tight end, especially an athletic tight end involved with the game. Good things that will happen. And Jody Hewitt says this, be ready, Billy. You'll see it. Touchdown to the tight end, and I love this part. Vikings win by 17.
I ain't gonna say we win by that much.
Look at Chase. Chase starting. Oh,
what?
Billy,
back it up.
Get the backup. Beep,
no.
beep.
I didn't say. I never said that we were going to lose. Hey, no, and I never said it was going to be a blowout, did I?
Technically, you did not. Now,
I did not say
you
it was
did
gonna be a
infer
blowout.
it though.
No, I said I was 99.5% sure that the Vikings were going to win.
Fair enough.
My prediction 10 hours ago, when I commented on another guy's Facebook post out of, I think he's out of Alabama, Larry.
Yeah.
Was 24-17. Lowndes wins.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny that Billy and I, at the same exact moment, interpreted your words the same way.
Because here's the thing. This Friday night, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of wind blowing around.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think our freshman kicker barely missed a 48-yarder in the wind.
Yeah.
So without any wind, yeah, he can. Yeah. Don't think just because you stop Lowndes 40 yards from the end zone that they can't put points on the board this year, Valdosta. I promise you.
That's right. So Chase, you got to check out a little bit early tonight, man. So
yes.
So that's okay, man. Appreciate you being on the show. We'll catch you next week, and we'll definitely see you tomorrow night at the game.
Go Vikings. Don't forget to check out the hype video that me and Larry are dropping later tonight.
Absolutely, man. Sounds good. See you, bud.
All right. See y'all.
All right, so let's go do another drawing, Billy.
All
right, so here we go, guys. So Ray
Michelle,
Oliver.
Don't be greedy, baby.
Ray Oliver won the last one here. So who are we going to give 2 more tickets away to?
Touchdown!
Brittany Roberts. Congratulations, Brittany Roberts. And I think that is Alexander Kane with her famous South Georgia film producer. So I think they've recently moved to the Lowndes County area. So welcome to the Lowndes community, guys, and congratulations, Brittany Roberts. So Brittany, let me just write down Brittany Roberts. She won two tickets and a t-shirt. So a few minutes before we end the show, we'll do our third and final drawing. So guys, it's not too late. If you haven't entered yet, go ahead. Let me put these instructions back up on the screen. Go ahead and enter in hashtag Go Vikings. All one word, no spaces, no anything like that. And that will get you entered. And if you haven't won yet and you've already entered, don't worry, you don't have to do it again. Okay. Travis Hart says, LG, will they do the lights tomorrow night? Travis, I can't say with 100% certainty, but I have been told that it's a very, very, very high likelihood. Okay. I think there were some technical issues that they were facing. I know they're brand new lights, but we ran into some technical issues the last game that prevented us from doing that. And I believe they've been fixed. So we'll just have to wait and see. I've been told that there's real strong chance that it could happen tomorrow night, but I can't guarantee it. Okay, so what else we got? We got a bunch of hashtag Go Vikings. Fantastic. Jody Hewitt says they were working on it today. Absolutely. Listen, something else that they were working on, I believe, yesterday.
This makes me so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. My buddy Michael Broadwater and I, this is like a Christmas present to us.
Absolutely, man. So hold on. I'm going to actually, I'm going to try to do this real fast because I think you guys are going to love it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, shoot, Larry.
The suspense is killing us, Larry.
I know, right?
I know what it is, but you know.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
You do know what it is. That's right.
I do know what it is.
So, guys, what I'm doing is I'm transferring this off of my phone onto my computer so I can hopefully show it to you. So let me, oops, that's not it. Let me do this real fast. This won't take but a second. Okay, here we go right here. All right, so I'm going to do away with that. Do away with that. Hey, this is what you get for real-time stuff going on here.
We don't want to see your family vacation pictures, Larry. Come on.
All right, so here we go, guys. Let me share this screen real fast. Look at that, Billy.
I can't see it.
Oh, I hadn't put it on the screen. My fault. Now you can see it.
Now I can see it.
Let me blow this thing up because this thing deserves to be blown. Now check this out. Here's the actual video board that's been installed to replace the existing one. And check this out. It's been tested. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
No little black spots. No little black
No black spots, no burnouts, no nothing. Now, one of the funniest comments that I saw about that earlier this week was someone, I can't remember who, but I thought it was so hilarious. Someone says that was one of the highlights at being at a game is to try to figure out which bulb was going to blow then, which bulb was going to be burned out. So
that was pretty funny.
Listen, we as a community, we've spent some money on these facilities this year, right? We're building an indoor practice facility. We've made some major upgrades on the visitor side so our visitors can feel welcome into the visiting side of the stadium, as well as a lot of our home fans are over there as well as season ticket holders. So I was so glad to see us do that. We upgraded our lights to LED lights. And now we've upgraded or replaced the video board. So lots of good things happening at Lowndes High School as a result of this commitment to upgrade our facilities. All right, so let me. So we're coming close to the end of the show. So let's go ahead and do that last and final drawing. And so, guys, while I'm queuing this up, if you haven't entered yet, go ahead and do that now. Enter into the comments. Hashtag Go Vikings. This is your absolute last chance to do it. And you got about 20 seconds because it'll take me about that long to queue this up. Okay, here we go. All right, so now I add it to the screen and I hit the draw. Here we go. Last one. And it's going to be Jarvis Jones.
Congratulations.
Jarvis M. Jones. Listen, congratulations to Ray Oliver III, Brittany Roberts, and Jarvis M. Jones for winning the three drawings that we had. Each one of you will get 2 home side tickets, a t-shirt of your choice. Now, if we don't have, I'll ask you for your size, but if we don't have that, I'll give you the next available size because we can't guarantee that we have extra large and all the different sizes. We just have what we have left in inventory. So I'll give you the choice. And if we don't have the size, then I'll give you the next available size. Okay. So immediately after the show, I will contact you via Facebook Messenger. You'll get a message from me, Larry Godwin, and I'll give you instructions on how you can pick up your tickets and your T-shirt sometime tomorrow. Okay, so congratulations to all the good guys. So, Billy, we got about 5 minutes left in the show. Now, actually, about 2 minutes left in the show. I'm going to ask you. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot.
You want to know my score, don't you?
What is your score prediction?
21-17 Vikings.
All right, 21-17 Vikings in a close game. You think it'll come down to the final minutes of the fourth quarter?
I think so. I think the last score will be a field goal to win it. You know, I just that's Winnersville. I don't know how many Winnersville I've seen end with a field goal to win it. I mean, we've won some, we've lost some. You know, they've kicked the field goal, I think, in 88, 89 to win it. You know, we kicked one at their house to win it, 3-0. I think that's what Winnersville's all about. I don't care if we're the number one team in the state rolling over everybody. When you play Valdosta and it's for the Winnersville Classic, you got to bring your A game. It's brothers against brothers, mothers against sons, cousins against cousins. So everybody plays their hardest for this game, and I think it's going to be close once again. And
Absolutely.
I do think we're going to get our 6th in a row, or our 16th out of 20, or whatever it is. We get this year. I think we do win it. I'm not quite as confident as Chase, but I'm pretty confident.
Now, I may shock you with my prediction, okay? But before I get to that, I want to answer a question. Jay Taylor asked, now, Jay, you may not be from this area, so maybe this is why you're asking. He asked, where are they playing and what stadium? They're playing at the Concrete Palace at Martin Stadium. So Lowndes will be home tomorrow night hosting Valdosta. Subsequently, this is actually, I don't know if this has ever been done, Billy, but this is the second year in a row that we've hosted this game. Mainly because it's actually the only reason is because a quirk of reclassification, getting put in the same region again, and you basically pick your name out of the hat when all the ADs get together, and that's basically how it was decided. So it was just by quirk and chance that it happened that way. But I'm glad it happened that way. So anyway, the other question that I saw, this is what I wanted to show right here. Guys, tomorrow night, we are starting our collection, our donation collection. There's no pressure at all. But if you feel led, if you feel that like you want to help the hurricane victims down in the Southwest Florida area, specifically the Fort Myers area, next week we will be playing Dunbar High School out of Fort Myers, Florida. And that was basically ground zero, right? Now, fortunately, they were far enough inland, Billy, to not sustain all the devastating damage that we saw in downtown Fort Myers in that area. But they did sustain some damage, some pretty good bit anyway. So we are taking a collection, a donation to help the folks at Dunbar High School specifically. So from one high school to another, if you feel led to do it, feel free to be generous with your donation tomorrow night. And if you can't you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But if you can, please give generously tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I believe that a lot of Dunbar High School will be at the game tomorrow night, kind of watching, kind of scouting, because a lot of these people got displaced from it, and they're up in this area anyway. So I believe they're going to have at least several coaches in the stands kind of scouting for our game.
Yeah. Now, Brittany Roberts asked, this is a great question. How can you donate? What are the payment methods? That's a great question, Brittany. I think it's just going to be a simple cash collection at the stadium, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but when you get to the stadium tomorrow night and people are taking, you may want to ask them what methods there are available, but I believe it's a cash donation. So anyway, and we'll end on this note. Jim Parker, I don't appreciate this. We need a forensic audit on that drawing. Now that's funny right there.
That is.
That's funny right there. Guys, that's going to end it for our broadcast for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night on the live stream or in person at the stadium. But regardless of where you are, whether it's live at the stadium or watching from your living room, cheer loudly for our Vikings, because our players are going to need all the emotional support that we can muster tomorrow night, because emotion is going to play a tremendous role in that game tomorrow night. And that's why they call it a home field advantage. So with that said, for Billy Pearson, I'm Larry Godwin. You guys have been watching the Viking Nation Live. We're out.
Go Vikings.
And go Vikings.